Hello everyone. Have you ever tried to enjoy a good game but to get stuck right before unlocking a new scene? Fear not, because in this video and series, besides the review, I'll include as many tips as I can, also a legit save file of my playthrough. And the first game is Spooky Milk Life. Besides being a chore simulator, it also features some turn-based RPG elements. And make no mistake, this is a grindy game. You'll have to do chores for the waifus, even fight them before you can unlock the scenes. But before the gameplay, let's start with the story. Your father mysteriously disappears, so now you go to live with your stepmother, stepsister and childhood friend. And the big focus of the story will be that you and Anne will unravel the mystery behind your father's disappearance. But that part is still work in progress. Missy, your stepmother, does have some chores but not really related to the main story, and Rori, which is the only character with a completed storyline, which leans a bit into the spooky part. This game is very similar to Summertime Saga in terms of story, the day system, minigames, etc., which somehow became the GTA of loot games and everyone tries to recreate it. But that's not something bad. Saints Row 2 was also named the GTA clone and that game is awesome. For the secondary characters, they will mostly tell you to do a random mission before you can unlock their scenes. Gameplay is based around two dungeons. First, the Toy Factory, which is filled with defective toys that will take advantage of you. The dungeon is formed with randomized rooms and you will have to find your way to the end. Fighting the mobs is not a requirement, but you will have to in order to progress the game. The combat is pretty straightforward. You have to click at the right time in order to do a successful hit, or a critical one. In return, you can also do the same to block some of the damage or take none. But there's another chance that the mobs will attack you in another way, and this will damage your milk meter, and once it's full, you'll take tons
Tons
of
of
damage.
damage.
So you have two defensive resources that you need to manage. You can always try to sneak around them if you don't wanna fight, but that's not possible every time. In general, the mobs don't have a lot of HP. You can even one crit shot the small ones, even with level 1 stats, and the big ones only take 2 crit shots, but it's quite difficult to hit that sweet spot every time, so that will require some practice. The HP and milk meter cannot be upgraded, but you can upgrade your strength, which will make it easier to land normal hits and reduce the time needed for fast time events. Dexterity will increase your window to land critical hits, and intelligence will slow down the marker when you are taking the shot. I recommend upgrading dexterity and intelligence to level 5, then get intelligence to level 10 as soon as possible, so you can get used to the slowest speed of the marker. Then upgrade dexterity and strength after. For this, you need upgrade tokens, which you get one every time you complete a dungeon floor, and each dungeon run has 3 floors, so you can get 3 upgrade tokens per run. To upgrade the stats, you need to unlock the gym and the library, which cost $100 each, but money won't be a problem. For weapons, I don't recommend using any until you fully upgrade the bat. It's not that expensive and you will one-shot everything in the dungeons with a crit. The difference between the bat and the water gun is that the gun deals less damage, 20 compared to 24, but has more durability. But since the repair kit is so cheap, that makes the gun useless. Between floors, you can always heal at the Shady Merchant, but that will require a one-time pay of $400. Also for healing, you can unlock the pizza girl to buy some pizzas from her. The effects are awesome and will help in one boss fight, or with general healing if you are struggling in the dungeons. From the second floor onward, you can also find the toy that will restore your HP. Also, as a general rule, do not sell the items that are dropped by the mobs. You will need them to unlock their scenes. Second dungeon is the graveyard, which is full of spooky monsters. It's just a bit harder than the factory, but each floor has more rooms. That means more fights and more chances to screw up and die. But here you can farm a lot of money without cheating. They dropped treasures that can be sold for good money. I recommend rushing the bet upgrades and then coming here to farm. And now for a not so secret tip, if you want a lot of money, you can save scam the blackjack game at your PC. It doubles your money every time you win and this will trivialize the whole RPG part of the game. And with this in mind, the gameplay should not give you any trouble. Now let's talk about the girls. Besides doing chores for them, you also need to give them massages. To increase your love meter, you get 5 per massage session and 10 per crit. so you'll need at least 10 sessions to get the attraction to the maximum. Which is quite a lot, but the strength, dexterity and intelligence upgrades will also help here. For some reason, you can use gifts just on some of the girls, which will accelerate the progress drastically. I'll go into details about each girl later, but keep in mind, it will be quite the grind to unlock all the scenes. Like Summertime Saga, the day is split into 4 cycles, and most actions will skip time to the next cycle. Some girls can only be interacted with at a specific time, so with this in mind, you will learn how to efficiently grind multiple girls per day, like a true pimp. Rori, one of the family characters. She's the only one with a completed storyline. Her story starts when you start the game, cause you'll have to meet all the main characters on your first day. Here Missy will give you some money to buy Rory a new toy from the toy store. Go there and meet Alyssa. She'll offer you to work in the factory dungeon so you can earn some money to buy the toy for Rory, since Missy didn't give you enough money. Here you'll also do your first run of the dungeon. One thing that I forgot to mention is that if you die in the dungeon, you lose half your money, so be careful and save scum before each run. With enough money, buy the toy and you also unlock the scene with Alyssa. You leave the doll in the basement, but next morning it will be gone. Talk with Missy and wait a bit. A detective will show up and ask you some questions, and after a few days, Rory will tell you that she found the doll. After this, you will unlock 2 more quests from Missy. One with upgrading a toy for Rory, which if I remember correctly, it will cost you $400. You need to buy the toy from the toy store and the extension from the store in the alley. Then you'll also have to go to the library and find storybooks for Rory. After some time, Rory will ask you to find Saki, which is the name of the doll. You'll need to find the doll 3 times around the house to progress: garage, basement and then the attic. The attic can be unlocked from Missy after you find the key in the living room on the table in front of the TV. After that, you need to talk with Missy again. She will tell you to throw away the garbage. Go to the basement and find the instructions to the doll since you don't need them anymore. And here you learn that it has no battery, speak with Rory, then sneak into her room the next day to read her diary, where you will learn that the doll is cursed and it needs to be stopped. That night, go to the attic and drill holes in the floor with the drill from the garage. There are 3 holes in total. Peep into Rory's room and save her from the doll. Looks like Saki is alive and it's looking to transfer her soul into Rory. Now, for the final confrontation, you'll need to follow Saki into the factory dungeon. You need to rush 2 floors in order to catch her, and here you'll have a unique fight. Before you can even get a chance to hit her, you need to find her in a sea of Saki dolls. And also you'll have limited time to select the correct doll, otherwise you will die and have to redo the whole dungeon again. One trick that helped me catch her each time is to use your peripheral vision. Stare at the middle of the screen and watch for movements. The real doll will wobble a bit up and down. You catch her and then hit her. Also, a critical hit will skip the room instead of having to hit her 2 times per room. I think there are 6 rooms in total. Then you deliver your final blow and take Saki home as a toy. Now for the next scenes for Rory, you will have to massage her or give her gifts. The general rule for girls that can receive gifts is that a purple sword can be purchased from the Shady merchant in the dungeon and will give them 20 affection. But for Rory, you can give her a doll that you can craft at the working bench from mobs beaten in the factory, and this will give you 30 affection. Some of her scenes can be unlocked from sleeping with her in your room and then her room, then talking with her in the bathroom, then building a tree house and a lemonade stand with materials from the Mario Brothers. More on them later. Missy has no affection and just some minor chores. One is with gathering dirty clothes from everyone in the house. Second one is finding gas station pills in the drawer in the living room, then talking with her. And another scene with the Mario Bros. And doesn't have any story or scenes, just follow her dialogue until you unlock Esmeralda in the park, which also you'll need her to unlock the scenes from the graveyard. Next, let's talk about the Mario Brothers, because you'll need them to unlock some scenes for Rory and Missy. You can find their number in front of the library, then you can call them from your phone. You can flirt with them, but also ask them to build a treehouse for Rory, and to buy items to craft the lemonade stand also for Rory. At 100 affection, you'll get a quest from them. Run in the 2nd floor bathroom after N blames you for clogging it, call the bros, and then you'll have to fight the plant that clogged the toilet. Here you'll also unlock another scene for Missy, and after the fight you will unlock the last scene for the bros. Piraniko. You will unlock her from the Handyman Bros quest First scene is when you fight her, and second one is after you defeat her. Buy the leaf from the bros and then go back to the toilet. Next, let's discuss the monsters from the first dungeon. You will unlock their first scene fighting them, and the second one can be unlocked after you buy them from Alyssa. She'll also give you the toy chest recipe, which you can craft with materials from the garage directly. Then you'll need batteries and the respective drops to craft them. The last one is sold by the Shady merchant in dungeon. Also, you will need to buy batteries from her as well. For the graveyard, same story, but now you need to go to Esmeralda to buy the spirits and also to unlock the summoning circle. The last ingredient for it is in the graveyard near the loot tree. And again, the last spirit can be bought from the Duke near the entrance of the graveyard. Also, as a general rule, when you fight an enemy, try to stall the fight by missing until they trigger the scene. For some fights, you may not be able to redo them like Saki, so you'll have to do a new save to unlock them 100%. Now let's take them in order, starting with the toy store. Alyssa will unlock her first scene when you buy the toy from Rori. Then you'll have to buy all the toys from her. Then you unlock the option to flirt with her until 100 affection. Then you will unlock her second scene. Linda, just increase her affection. You can gift her the craftable doll for 30 affection. At 50, you'll receive a quest to craft a new toy for her. Get the recipe from Alyssa, then call the Handyman Bros to buy the ingredients or farm the factory dungeon for them. Then get her to 100 and you'll get her second scene for free. Dolly, she has two quests. First, at 50 affection, you'll need to craft her a new suit. For the materials, you need to farm the teddy bears in the factory. Then she will unlock the playground for you. Just go there and speak with all the NPCs to give them a balloon. Then, for the second quest, speak with everyone in the gym and library to give them the coupons, and you get both of her scenes. Now the gym. Manjula, which also trains your dexterity. Flirt with her until the first quest at 50 affection. Then go to Missy to get some curry. Then meet Morphine to buy the extra spice. She spawns at 10 PM only at the toy store, gym or library. For the second quest, just go to the library to get a book, then return to her. Dani, her first quest is at 50 affection. Talk with her about a diet plan, which she desperately needs, then talk with Galina, the girl who trains your strength. Then meet Morphine in the night to buy the steroids. Talk to Galina again and then to Dani. For her second scene, just talk with her at 100 affection. Library, here we just have Dolores. For her, you can buy from the Deli store a book that gives her 35 affection, so in just one day you can get her to 100. At 50 affection, you will need to search for her in the library, then at 100, go back to the Deli store, speak with the clerk, then go look for that book in the library, then speak with Dolores. Dungeon Merchants. Shady Merchant can be encountered in both dungeons in between floors. You can flirt with her every time you finish a floor, so do it. Her both scenes can be bought, first for $400 and second for $1,000. This will also give you the ability to heal between floors. The Duke. She's in front of the graveyard, but you need 10 intelligence just to talk with her. Her first request is to buy her a pizza from the pizza guard, which we'll talk about later. Then you have to give her 3 different treasures that can be farmed in the graveyard. Then you'll have to fight her. She's by far the hardest boss in the game. I mean, between her and Saki is not much of a pick. Do not fight her until you have at least 8 in both strength and dexterity, and the bat fully upgraded. You need to crit both your hits and dodges if you want to stand a chance. Also, you will need to buy the pineapple pizza from the pizza girl before this fight. You will need to reset your millimeter during the fight. Remember, this is an endurance fight, but if you have all the things that I've mentioned, it will be a breeze. Front yard. First we have the pizza girl. Same as the Handy Bros, you will get her number in front of the library. Then you can call her. She has 2 quests at 50 and 100 affection. First one is to get ingredients for the secret pizza. Go to the bakery and talk to the baker girl for the dough, and for the eggplant, just get it from your fridge. Second quest, she will ask you if you can get some reviews from Dani in the gym and Sue from the library. Then when she asks you what the pizza needs, just select saltiness. Deli, the delivery girl. She's always in front of the house at 9 AM. 50 affection, talk with Anne, and she will ask you to pick a package for her from Deli. After you deliver it, you can order a mystery box to unlock her first scene. 100 affection, talk with her, order the mystery box, then immediately talk with her again and ask for the new mystery box. Then you have to sleep 1 day to replay the first scene, then order the new mystery box for the second scene. And lastly, the Gnome. Interact with her in the front yard, then speak with Missy, Go to the dungeon and speak with the Shady merchant, then go back to the house and find her in the basement, and will interrupt you, then follow the gnome outside, fight her, and then you will unlock her scenes. Alleyway, or the bad part of the town. Here you will encounter Lizzie. One tip, instead of going home to sleep at 10 PM to skip the day, you can come to Lizzie and massage her. This way you build affection and also skip the day to 9 AM. For the first scene, she will ask you to buy her any pizza, and for the second scene, she will ask you for $100. Christmas, for the elf. She will appear in your room at night during the winter season. You can also interact with the calendar next to your bed to skip season. You speak with her for the scene. Then Santa, when the winter season starts, you will get a recipe for the Christmas sock. Craft it and then hang it in the living room at the fireplace. Wait for the night, then speak with Santa 2 nights in a row for both of our scenes. Halloween characters. First is Jack-o'-lantern. Speak with Morphine at night and she'll give you a special candy. Then go to the cemetery and right at the entrance you'll have to fight the Jack. After that you will unlock the scene. Slenderman. Talk with Rori about a strange rumor, then go to the playground, and there you will find the horror version of the map. You'll need to find 5 notes, and as a rule, try hovering on the edges of the objects. They will light up and then you can interact with them. Then go to the up left corner to fight Slenderman, defeat her and unlock her scene. So I guess that's everything. It's a good game, personally I really like the artwork and I do enjoy the grind, even if it's a bit harsh here. It will force you to plan your day in order to unlock the girls as fast as possible. It will give you at least 7 hours of gameplay, even with all the knowledge in my video. The story is not that deep, but it's somewhat enjoyable. Also I can say the same for all characters, all their quests do fit their respective setting, but the game is more centered around the secondary characters, which have around 90% of the scenes. I guess the main characters still need work. The gameplay can use some rework and probably some quality of life updates, like when you teleport to your room, it would be better to place you in front of the bed instead of walking to it each night. And for the dungeon, after some upgrades, you become invincible in the fights. With a fully upgraded bat, you'll one-shot crit everything in the dungeons. Some more enemy variety would be good, maybe even a chance to fight more than one enemy per room. But the main part is the updates, they are quite rare. The last one was in October, so that means like 7 months without one. The pattern is active and the animations are being made, but I'm not sure when we'll see another update. From the last years I can see that updates became quite rare. It still requires a lot of work until it can leave the early access stage, so take that into consideration if you wanna buy it, and judging from the creator's Patreon page, the updates are still possible, but not really. The worst part is that a lot of the content for this game is already done, at least on the artwork side. The problem is that it's not in the game. And they also started new projects with the characters like Spooky Milk Nightmare, so again, the updates were slow until now. With the distributed manpower, cut that in half at least. I guess they either ran into problems with the current game or more likely got burned out. So they will try to use the existing assets to redo the game differently. I also attached the save file, or at least I'll try. It has almost all the scenes unlocked without cheats. I softlocked the first scene with Linda, and the only way to get it is to start a new game and grind her, but shouldn't take more than 15-20 minutes. In the end, I'll give it 4 melons in my personal opinion, because I really like the style, but the more objective score will be 3 melons out of 5. I like the game even in this stage, but I'm not sure if it will ever leave early access, at least not soon. And if they add more enemies and items, even improve the dungeon a bit, with more scenes added, I see no reason to bump it up to a 4. If somehow leaves early access and it's fully released, it can even be a 5. It truly has potential and it will be a big loss if the devs abandon it. With that said, I leave you guys to your work. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can also recommend games that I can try hard and review in the future. Have a good day and enjoy the melons.